All right. People have ambitions, and uh, you know, there are around 7.2 billion people in this world, and there are always different ambitions because every one of us is unique in this world. But there is one common ambition, and that is to have more than what we have now. People want to have more money than the amount that they have now. For example, one might be a billionaire, he wants to have more billions. One might be a millionaire, he wants to have more millions. One may have $1,000, he wants to have more than $1,000. That's the common denominator in all human beings, although the ambitions are all different, but there is one similarity, and this to have more than what you have. And that has pretty much to do with financial security or financial freedom. So today I'm going to give my experience about how to secure financial freedom. Very important topic. So the first step that you need to do or you need to have in your mind is that you need to have a positive mental attitude towards money, because the attitude that you have attracts the money. And if you have a poor attitude towards money, then you will never get it. No matter the skills you have or the contacts you have or wherever you are or whatever you do, if you have a very poor attitude towards money, then it will never come to you. It will never attract. You will never be able to attract money, because if you have believed that money is, for example, a source of all evil, then you will never make it. Even if you get it, then it will be lost. So it's always good to have a positive attitude towards money. Money is really good. It's a blessing if you know how to use it, or otherwise if you don't. So it's not a source of evil. It's not a source of evil. So you need to have a very positive attitude towards money if you are to have financial freedom, if you are to secure yourself financially. The second step is you need to create a financial or an emergency fund. Life could be tricky, and it's full of emergencies. So you don't need to spend all the money that you earn. You need to have an emergency fund somewhere where, in case of in case something unexpected happens, you can use that money. For example, if you travel from your home, if you go from your home to your work and it's distant, and you use a car, your car can stop or can get broken anytime, and you don't have to go to credits or loans. You need to use your emergency fund, or one of your family members or any person from your contacts can demand money for medical reasons, or you can also get ill and the bill could be too high. So you need to have a security fund, an emergency fund, which you can use it. So you can't, of course, use a security fund to buy clothes or to buy some luxury stuff. So you can use it in case of a moment where you don't have any other options. So it's very important to have an emergency fund if you want to secure yourself financially. The third thing you need to do to secure financial freedom is you need to record your expenses. Yeah. Why you need to record your expenses? Because not all expenses are created equal, or we don't make expenses on the most important things always. Yeah. There are so many avoidable mistakes, particularly in this era of digital payments. Your debit card could be involved in a lot of unnecessary payments. So you need to record your monthly expense continuously, and you would find out a trend after a time. If you read your record after a time, you would find out that you were making unnecessary payments somewhere there. So recording your expenses is really important on your journey to secure yourself, financially. The fourth thing that I would advise you to do is you need to write your financial goals and ambitions and read it always continuously. there is a power in writing. Everything that's not written cannot be implemented. That's really true, and I have an experience in this thing. And you need to be very ambitious in your goals, yeah, because the ambition is very important. There is not much difference in capacity between a person who becomes extremely financially secure and the other one who becomes insecure. There is not much capacity or competence difference, but there is an ambition difference. There is always an ambition difference, and that ambition difference brings the difference between the haves and the have-nots. So it's critically important to write your financial goals and be ambitious about your goals, and read it until you can trust it. Whatever you can read it, you repeat it, then it becomes true. False that's repeated becomes true. is really true, by the way. So you need to write your plans, your financial goals. You need to be very specific. What amount of money you're expecting by what time, and then you read it maybe 5 minutes in a day, preferably in the morning hours when you're fresh, when the body is still, fully awake. So you need to write your plans, read it, every time until it becomes part of your subconscious. Then it will be easy for you to achieve it without you knowing it. The fifth tip I would give for financial freedom, for securing yourself financially, is write your to-do list and focus on the most important tasks. Important thing. These days it's an era of being busy with a lot of interruptions, and people have a very busy schedule. So you might have 10 things to do in your to-do list, but out of these 10 things or 10 tasks, only 2 are important, critically important, and focus on those who are important, probably 1. Instead of trying to do 10 and you don't do them all effectively, it's important to list them, but choose 1 or 2 of these and do them effectively. Not all tasks are created equal again. Some tasks are important. There is a famous rule by Pareto. It's called Pareto principle, or 80/20, which says, for example, in this case, which we could translate it as out of 10 tasks, the 2 are responsible for 80% of your productivity or your income. Identify and do them. So there are some people who would measure success by the activities that they make, but there are also others who would measure success by the output that they make. So it's important to be output driven and be selective on the tasks you make, and always write your to-do list the day ahead, and start the next day afresh with fully planned. Sometimes I enter to the office without listing my to-do list, and I try to juggle the day, and I get confused. Sometimes I start with the last task, with the least important tasks, and at the end of the day I don't feel I was productive. So it's always important to write your tasks, but select the few, the 20%, which are the 2 out of 10, for example. Very critical task. The 6th tip that I have for you is be selective about your network. Your network is your net worth. Whom you know is really important in life, because everything we get is from people, whether it's good or bad. So if you know really people who are progressive, who are financially capable, or who know the importance of financial literacy, then be friend of that kind of people, because everything is energy, and finance is energy. So if you surround yourself with people with financial ambitions, then it will be very easy for you to be like one of them. You would get their experience, you would get their expertise, you would get their advices, very valuable advices, you would get their financial support, and so on and so forth. So it's always important to be friends with people who because the proverb which says birds of the same feather flock together is really important now. The last one is invest in yourself. Of course, I put it the last one, but it should be the first one, because if you are to be financially secure, you would be the reason for that security. Yeah, everything emanates, everything comes out of who you are. If you're weak, unstable, uneducated, untrained, your financial security dream would remain dream only. But if you, because you are the candle that lights the environment. The candle lights itself and then it lights the environment. But if you if you think that you are less important, then you wouldn't be able to get financial security. So focus on yourself, educate yourself continuously. Continuous learning is important on your journey to financial freedom. So these are my programs for today. Thank you very much.